Hey, Talia here, and today on I Got Back Up, I'm joined by Gerkes. Missing his radius in both arms, Dennis was born with a rare disability. Through bullying growing up to online abuse today, Dennis shares football content, continues to achieve his dreams, and lives with no limitations, not allowing to let the bullying, negativity, and haters get in his way. Because if you want something in life, go for it. So, Dennis, when you hear the phrase I got back up, what does it make you think and feel?
Got back up. Yeah, I think about someone or people who always have a journey or have sometimes obstacles and to overcome them.
It is. It's about overcoming so many different obstacles in your own way. And it's that classic phrase of fall down 7 times, get back up 8.
Yeah, yeah.
So what I want to do now is I want to throw it over to you, and I want you to take everyone that's listening and myself, take us to somewhere or a part of your journey, wherever you want to begin with, which kind of has made you become who you are today.
Oh wow. Yeah, it's a long journey. I'm not that old yet, but a lot of things have happened in the last few years. But I think one of the changing points was one of the first players I visit and make a video with. For me, that was a turning point. Like, okay, I'm doing something right, and I'm interesting to a certain type of players or people. But also the responses online and from people around me from what are you doing to, oh man, I'm really proud of you and I always believed in you, instead of, are you really doing that?
Yeah. So can you share a little bit more about what that was then?
So I started TikTok 3 years ago,
Mhm.
and I didn't tell anybody that I started. So I posted a few clips online, just shooting some shots on goal, and yeah, maybe got 200 views, and I was really excited about that because during that time it was huge for me. And I think in about 2 months I got about 1,000 followers, and some people from my surroundings noticed I got on TikTok, and they were like, "Are you really doing that? Because I can play a little bit of football, but I'm not a pro player." So they're like, "Why are you doing this? You're not really that good or interesting or something else." And I think, but at one point, I think about a year or something, I got about over 10K on followers. And they were like, "Yeah, man, I want to be in your video and I always believed in you and you're amazing." And I'm like, sure, man. So, the switching point was, I think, when I got a certain amount of followers, that people took interest in it, and instead of you were not the weird kid doing it, you were now interesting for those people that didn't, I wouldn't say respect you, but look differently at you in the beginning.
What you said about why people might look at you differently. Can you explain, obviously, why that might?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I got a disability. I'm missing the radius in both arms. So yeah, for the people at home, my hands are a little bit, yeah, I wouldn't say crooked, but they're have a different rotation in them. So I'm missing the radius in both arms. That's why both of the hands are turning inside instead of straight. My arms are a little bit shorter. My grip strength is a little bit looser compared to you guys. I think maybe 20 or 30% of your grip strength is mine. 100% grip strength. So I can't really hold things that long, but I'm doing fine. But yeah, so my arms are shorter, but my legs, yeah, I have the operation on my legs at the beginning. I think it was around 10 years old. My upper bones of my legs were not really good in to put down in the hips, so they put them outside of the hips and put them back in. Now everything is fine, but yeah, my legs are just fine, and besides, I have not like the best balance because the shorter arms. I'm doing fine. It's a really rare disability. In my country, when I was born, there were about 8 people with the same disability registered. So, and they said there are about 250 worldwide. So it's pretty rare.
Mm.
I've seen a few people of them. A couple of them reached out to me because of my social media. Well, it was
Mhm.
absolutely amazing, and I met 3 of them 4 months ago. What was really special. But yeah, I was born this way, and yeah, born and raised.
It's amazing, isn't it, the power of social media?
Yeah, it is.
As much as people don't like it, it also comes with so many benefits. And like you said, if there are possibly 250 people in this entire world with this disability, and you said that you've met 3 of them?
Yeah.
Like, that's amazing, and it's one of those things in the sense of, anyone that's going through anything in their life, when you feel
Yeah.
very alone, you don't actually realize there are people out there that are either in the same situation as you or a very, very, very similar one.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, these people are Dutch, but I'm from Holland. But also, I didn't met, but a kid from Australia reached out to me. Like, I have the same disability as you, and I love your videos. And I'm also a football player. A mom of her child with the same disability is like, oh, he's really insecure about playing football. Can you make a video to, encourage him?
Mhm.
So those things are really special to do, and yeah.
Yeah, and this again, like obviously what that parent was saying, that obviously can come with a lot of insecurity, but I don't just mean, I'm talking about anyone here. Anyone that's going through anything, insecurity can be a big thing, and worrying about what other people think, what other people might say all the time. I mean, everyone does it in their own ways. Is that something that you had to battle through?
Yeah, of course. When I was younger, I got bullied because of my disability. With social media, it's the same thing, but I put myself out there. So of course, you get bullied because the way you look, but I wouldn't say I choose for it, but I'm aware that because I make videos, even though that sucks, it can be bullied because of it. But you're at high school or every type of school and people or kids are bullying you because you look differently, of course, it makes you insecure.
How did you have coping mechanisms with that? Like, how did you get through that sort of bullying?
When I was really young, I think
Mm.
about 4 or 5 years old, I was friended with the biggest guys of my class. So when I was bullied or picked on, the biggest guy were like, "Don't fuck with him." But around when I was like 10 or 11, yeah, of course, sometimes you get picked on and you feel sad or you talk with your parents about it or whatever you can do. And school is like, oh, we're going to talk with the bullies, and of course, sometimes it helps, but most of the times it makes it worse. So I'm not really. I can talk pretty much around anything, but I'm not like how do you say it, cussing or anything back.
Mhm.
I'm not really good at that part. So when I got bullied at high school or middle school, um, it hurt. But when I was getting older, I was more confident, and I just confronted them. So I heard you talk shit about me. Why? And then they were like, no, 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 I didn't do this.
Mhm.
Or who told you that? And exactly.
And do you wanna know the best part is that those people that probably bullied you are probably watching your videos on social
Mm.
media. Mm.
I know some of those people that I did mention, like, oh, I want to be in your videos, are one of those people.
Yeah, it's really interesting how that happens, isn't it?
Sure.
Yeah. And then kind of navigating past school,
Yeah.
how did life go for you from that onwards?
So I have never been to a disabled school. I always have been a regular education, so that was pretty good. I was then I After high school I went to the University of Amsterdam. I did their sport management and entrepreneurship. I was the first person ever to go there with a physical disability.
Mhm.
So that was for me special, but also for them special to have like inclusive and stuff. I didn't care about that, but I was like, yeah, I'm the first person ever to get accepted, even though I have a disability. So that was amazing. Uh, I did it in 5 years. I graduated. I did my intern at the National Olympic Committee there.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm on the Wall of Fame of of my university, so that was amazing. And yeah, we had about 10 hours of sport practice every week, and I could do every type of sport because besides hockey, there the sticks flies further than the ball when I hit it. So not really that. I would say really dangerous if I play hockey.
So sport's been a big part of your life, it sounds like, hasn't it?
Yeah, sure.
And it is now, isn't it?
It sure is. It sure is.
So what exactly is it that you do now?
I play football most of the times, and I fitness. So I try to do fitness 2 or 3 times a week. It doesn't always come from it, but I try to 2 or 3 times. I have full practice 2 times a week, and of course matches. And beside that, I have tried to film once or twice a week.
Hmm. Where do you see that going?
Yeah, if I for when I started, it was like just a hobby. So like, okay, just for fun, let's see where goes. And now I'm over 370K followers. So it got pretty big in about 3 years. But also, I would love to hit next year 1 million followers on all total platforms.
Mm,
And I want to film with some of the big players, like international wise. I love being with the Dutch players, but also I love to be with one of the top five clubs of one of the top five leagues worldwide,
mhm.
and film with them, one of those players. And in the end, I just want to inspire and amuse people with my videos. And yeah,
So let's put it out there. If you only want to give one away, that's fine. But who are some of the top five players that you would love to work with? Let's put it out there.
yeah, okay. Even though I'm Dutch, but my favorite player of all time is Iniesta.
Okay.
I would love to film with him someday, even though because of his goal, we lost the World Cup final in 2010. Sometimes it hurt, but when I say he's my favorite player, but he is. Um, for sure, he's one of those. Of course, you want to be with one of the goats, or Ronaldo or Messi, but yes, is from my favorite player.
Mhm.
Also, one of the people was just really good with also people Grealish. I love with because of his family. He's also disability in his family, so I would love to film with him sometime. Just to put up a middle finger, I would love to film with Sterling. Because every comment in my comment section is "You look like Sterling," because he's the way he runs. So I would absolutely love to film with him just to make like a mental middle finger to all those haters.
Mhm.
So I think those are my top five.
Nice, nice. I like that. So we've put it out there, and
Yeah,
hopefully we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
for
But
sure.
and it's really nice because of what you said. Obviously you make the videos for many different reasons, but you said one word, which was inspire. And
Yeah.
that's what I love because, anyone can inspire anyone. And I
Mhm.
think that, it doesn't matter who you are. And whenever you find or you listen to or you watch or whatever it might be, something that gives you that little inspiration, that little motivation, that little bit of
Yeah.
light, that person, what's also nice is, these people you might never ever meet. There
Yeah,
might be people watching your videos who you might never ever ever meet, but you could be giving them that inspiration
for sure.
to do whatever it is that they want to do, especially when they
Yeah.
see you having a video with Messi. There you go. That's the one I put out there.
Yeah,
Um,
I would love Messi.
but what I'm saying though is that you know it doesn't matter, in my opinion, who you are. It doesn't matter what you've been through in your life. If you can inspire anyone to do anything
Yeah.
that doesn't have that inspiration already, because a lot of people don't always. They
Mhm.
don't always have that inspiration. They look at other people and they think, "Matt, wow, I wish I could do that." But sometimes they need that little kick, that little bit of inspiration to go,
Yeah,
actually, not I wish I can, I will do that. So the fact that you like to inspire people as well, it's just a really amazing thing because like you said, there's so many different reasons you do these videos, but to inspire people as well is amazing.
yeah,
And I really hope it does help people and it gives them that bit of hope and it gives them that inspiration to go, you know what, I'm gonna go and achieve my dreams, whatever my dreams are.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, but yeah, I don't want to in my videos. I don't want to put out, "Oh, look at me, I have a disability. Look how good I am, or look how sad I am." I don't want to put that
Mhm.
out. But I want to make awesome content or and do awesome things. And besides that, I have a disability.
Mm.
I want
Yeah.
to put it that way. And of course, inclusive thought is beautiful and amazing behind it. But I don't want to be the guy with the disability. I'm more like I want to be Dennis, and convincingly, I have a disability.
100%. Yeah, 100%. And that's what I was saying is that it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter what you've been through. If you want to help inspire people,
Yeah,
that's that at the end of the day. And if that's what you want to help do, then 100%. Um, yeah, that's really nice. So, and then moving forward, then obviously, like you said, is it all to do around social media what you're doing?
no, I do also events. So what we do in the videos, like the challenges and stuff, we also do offline. So for example, we were like last Sunday we were at the KNVB
Mm-hmm.
headquarters. There was like 1,000 people with a disability. and we gave them like a modern football event. We did a clinic training with all the challenges and materials we do in the videos, and so they can inspire, but also experience mostly the type they normally see online, but now they can do offline.
Mhm. I think as well, something that we were talking about when we're talking about like things moving forward and where you see things going. You know, you said you started TikTok 3 years ago. Was it 3 years
Yeah,
ago?
yeah, February 22,
Exa
2021.
Yeah, exactly, and the fact that you've already built up such a huge following, I'm sure there was a point where you never thought, I mean, you might have, that this exactly, you're shaking your head for anybody that can't see it,
Yeah,
that you were ever gonna get there, and I think that's what can be so interesting and fascinating in life and exciting is that, okay, you know, in however long you want 1 million followers, you wanna record with these 5 specific footballers, but at the same time, these are the few things that you have, the dreams, the goals, but so many other things can unfold along the way that you never
yeah.
ever thought or never think was ever going to happen. And that's what's so exciting, is also just being so open to the possibilities and the opportunities.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, but that's you have to be. If you don't enjoy the journey, yeah, would you do it if you're only there for the outcome?
100%. And that is it. That is a nail on the head. You know, it's enjoying the journey as well, because actually, not even as well, actually, it's enjoying the journey full stop, because
Yeah,
the outcome at the end of the day is it's, I always say, there are so many different finish lines you can cross when running a marathon, so many mountaintops you can reach when you're climbing a mountain. There are so many different things as a finish line, but then you're like, okay, what's the next one, what's the next one, what's the next one? And it's all part of the journey, because you have to enjoy every step along the way, because when whatever it is, whether it's 120, 50 dreams, whenever they
yeah,
start to come true one by one, you enjoy them, the happiness even more, because you know what you've been through along your journey along the way.
yeah. But that is also. I was a few months back. I was in Barcelona
Mm.
with my best friend. You met her, Ellen.
Hmm.
And when we were sitting in the same, we got invited and stuff. And we were sitting inside the stadium. We're like, damn, it's just to
Exactly.
be there. And it wasn't the outcome. Or like when we met 2 years ago, 3 years ago, we're like, oh, we're gonna do this and this. But now we're like, oh, well, what would be nice if some day we could be there? Or
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Exactly. It's being open to all the possibilities.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
So then what advice would you give to somebody then, that, I want to talk about this kind of thing. What advice would you give to someone that has an idea or a dream, or they want to put themselves out there, but they don't want to? They're worried, they're scared. Maybe there are people that are telling them they shouldn't, or they're not
Yeah,
good enough, or it's never going to work, or and it's feeding in their insecurities.
yeah, yeah.
What would you say to them?
Yeah, just to be blunt, fuck it, just go for it. It's really blunt, but it's true. If I was, of course, I was insecure when I started, and I was like, I didn't. Also, a reason I didn't tell anyone that I started. I think about maybe three people. One friend and two of the people who were inside the first video knew that I was doing a TikTok, but that's it. And at some point, people are taking an opinion about you, and there some of them are haters, some of them are going to be fans. It doesn't really matter, but yeah, of course, you want to be fans instead of haters. But uh, yeah, if you are passionate about it and you think, okay, this is something I want to do,
Mhm.
just go for it. If you're not that passionate about it, why would you do it? If it's your passion, go for it.
Yeah. That's 100% it. If you want it, go for it. Because what's the, what's the other thing? What's the other outcome? What's the other
Yeah,
possibility? What else is it going to be if you don't go for it?
for
Um,
sure.
and I think a lot of the time people don't go for it because they're scared. They're scared of rejection. They're scared of their dreams not coming true. They're scared of it all falling apart. And I understand those
Yeah,
fears. They are so legit, but try not to let that fear
yeah.
take over and stop you from achieving it. Because my favorite phrase is, well, what if it all works out?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I have so many days when I was on social media and I read through all the comments. I'm like, I'm done. I'm quitting, and it's good enough. But also when I think back or at the moment like, yeah, but if I didn't do this, I didn't get to meet this person, I didn't go to Miami, I didn't go to Barcelona, whatever, and I didn't meet a couple of my youth heroes. So when I was like, okay, so because I was one time I was like, fuck it, let's go for it, this is my passion, and we do everything we want, and now I'm here.
Exactly. It's a very good phrase. It's one second, let me just do it. It's 6 letters. I was like counting on my fingers. It's 6 letters and it's a great phrase. I do love it. So, is there anything else that you'd like to share today?
I don't know. What else do you want to know?
Anything else that you feel that you wanna talk about? Anything else you wanna share? Anything, if anyone wants to find you, where can they find you?
They can find me on all social media platforms: TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and Snapchat under the name Gerkes. And but like I said, what you also said, like just if you have a dream, if you have a passion, go for it.
Mhm.
Do what you want. Don't get the haters or the other opinions that aren't yours or useful for you. Let them get in your way. The people, like they say, the biggest haters are your biggest fans because
Yeah.
everything you do, they follow. So if you put out a video, if they have interaction with it, you're going up in the algorithm and stuff. Of course, it is always nice. When I started, I have about 70, maybe 80% of my comments were hate comments. In the first year, 1.5 year, everything was about my disability. You look like a T-Rex. They're really handy. Give me an high five. Go and goal. You look like a truck. Nah, you got enough of those hate comments, and I can go on and on and on with
Mhm.
the different types of it. But like I said, some days are harder. But if you look back and if you have I wouldn't say the end goal in mind, but what you want to do with it, and if it's your passion and you make it you happy, if the positive sides still outweigh the negative sides, go for it.
So just quickly actually on that, how do you get through that when you read those kind of comments? Because like you said, positives, outweigh the negatives, but sometimes the negatives can outweigh the positives.
Sure.
Sometimes it can be 90% positive, but that one 10% of negativity can just be so overwhelming.
Yeah.
How do you then, how do you get through that? Because you even said before you were reading some comments, and I think at the beginning you were like, "No, I'm done. I'm done. I don't want
Yeah.
to."
Yeah.
How do you navigate through that?
When I was started, I think it started for me with the hate comments in the first or the second month. I got my first hate comments, and it was like, okay, I knew some of those people from when I was younger were saying that those things behind my back. But now I read those things every day face. But it was still channel anonymous 123 or something. So none of those people were like, okay, I can take you serious because of it. And at some point in the beginning, of course, it hurts because you get over 200 of those comments each day, and they're like, okay, damn, if I want to do this, can I accept this life that is gonna be this thing every day of my life?
Mm,
Or for the certain time. So I was like, okay, can I accept this till a certain amount? But also at some point, you're like, I wouldn't say find something different, but like what the comments aren't any different from 3 years ago. There's not a single new thing they say. So I was like, at some point, I'm like, okay, it's getting a little bit unoriginal right now.
mhm,
So, so and also, I know for some of those hate comments, if those are put down under my videos, some of the videos are doing better because people are like, "Oh my God, look at that comment! How dare they?" And then it goes a big fight in my comment section, and I'm just like, okay, getting extra views because of it. So some of the great sentences from my mom always said, "Every type of attention is attention," and what the thing you give attention gets bigger. If you put your attention on the negative sides get bigger. If you put it on the positive side, the positive sides get bigger. But also, of course, sometimes there are bad days, and you're like, "I'm done," but then you look back what have happened, but also one of the positive comments, like sometimes you get a personal DM or one of those people will like, "Oh, I started playing football because of you." Yeah, those
mm.
things can make your day.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. What you put your intention on, whatever it is, whether it's negative, it just gets bigger, or positive, it just gets bigger. So, yeah. No, it makes a lot of sense. And hey, at the end of the day, if you're getting those comments, like you said, the algorithm's going up. So, haters can be the biggest fans. And it's interesting how people, how username 1769321 has something to say.
Yeah, sure.
I always find that really interesting. And you're right, it's you don't even know these people, and for some reason they're putting these things on social media, and at the end of the day you just have to kind of sit back and be like, well,
Yeah, and but like I said,
that's
those things are really unoriginal right now because it's the same thing over again. So at some point they don't hurt anymore because you're like, okay, find something different.
yeah,
But of course, sometimes there's like comment and you're like reading it and you're like more like, man, are you alright
yeah,
yourself? Like, are you feeling well? Or so I think it was a few months ago. There was one of the first time that someone it was literally trying to impersonate me, like and putting me as a joke in their video, and walking through like the room and just like putting their hands uh, close to their shoulder and like, oh my god, look at me, I'm Dennis. And that was like, okay, that's going too far.
wow,
And so I put that guy on my all my socials. Like, okay, normally I can deal with all the hate, but this one got too far. I think the video was gone in about an hour, and I think that guy got spammed with block buttons and hate comments on his own video. But like I said, normally I don't give any attention to them. But sometimes, of course, they can go too far.
100%. And I think for anyone that is listening, and whatever it is that they are doing, and if it is with them being on social media, um or in the public image, if you're getting hate comments, especially from strangers,
Yeah,
and especially if they're really brutal, I know they're really tough to take. And I know they're really, really hard to take and to read or to see. But you sometimes have to just sit back and think, what is wrong with this person?
yeah,
What is going on in their life?
yeah,
They can say this about you, me, whoever it is, a complete stranger. What is going on in their life that they can say this? So yeah. Anyway. Anyway. But yeah, so it's been absolutely amazing to talk to you today.
yeah. Glad you have for having me.
Life has a way of unfolding in ways we never expected. The key is to stay open to possibilities, to growth, and to change. Because if we don't enjoy the journey, then what's the point? It's not just about the outcome, it's about every step along the way. And what we focus on expands. So putting your energy into the negative will take up more space. But shift your attention to the positive. You create space for even more light, strength, and success. So there's no more I hope or I wish. It's I will. I will show up. I will push through. I will achieve my dreams. You're not just hoping for amazing things, you're making them happen. So keep showing up for yourself and keep believing in what's possible. And until next time, remember, you have the power inside you. We all do. You have the power to get back up.